What does that mean? That means that if you're not sure the data that you're trying to put into the system that already exists in the system or not, you can do an upsert operation. So this upsert operation will actually go into the system. While putting the data into the system, it will check if the record already exists in the system. It will update that record. So whatever field it finds that, okay, fine, these fields are not here, it will go and update. If it finds the record is not there, it will go and insert that record. Got it? So based on the requirement, it will do the update or insert, whatever is required. Got it? So update or insert is called upsert. Alright. So that's there. Now let us get started. So to do all these data related operations in Salesforce, we do have an app called Data Loader. So first thing that you guys have to do is you have to install the Data Loader on your system. Now this is a standalone application which needs to be installed on your system. Right? So how many of you are using Mac? Who all are using Mac?
I am not.
Okay, so everyone has a Windows computer?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's
Yeah.
So what we need to do, just go to your salesforce.com, log in to your developer editions. I would just make Ravi as the presenter and others can follow. Just go to developer edition, log in into that.
Yeah, I logged in.
Now you go and okay, so everyone is logged in. So I want everyone to be logged in into the developer editions, and then go to the setup menu is here on the left hand side. Go to data management. Yeah, the last option under that is data loader. Click on that. Download the data loader. Click on this. That's it. It will take not more than a minute. Alright. So others are also doing the same. Tanura, how about you?
Yes.
Okay. Start downloading, and once it is downloaded, just click on install. Alright. So run that exe file.
It looks like it will take like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah. I think it will take 2 more minutes. In the meanwhile, let me just have a quick look at Tanura's screen. Tanura, can I see your screen? Have you started downloading?
Yeah.
Download is done? Oh, setup is being done. Good. Installed. Right. So your data loader setup is done. All right. Close it. That's fine. All right. So Tanura has already downloaded and installed data loader. All right. I think Ravi, your download is done, right? You can also run the exe. Start installing it.
Yeah, I have like 20 seconds left.
20 seconds left. Left. Okay, that's fine, no problem. All right. Now let's come back to my screen, and I will show you how do we use data loader. And after the session, you guys can practice on your own data loader setup. Ravi, I think you need to give the password once again. Okay. So once you have downloaded the data loader, you will be able to see the data loader on your programs list. Here it is. This is how you will open it. Okay, and this is how this data loader would look. Look at this. Now here we have different operations. As I told you, insert, update, upsert, delete, export, all these options are there, right? Now before you can start using data loader, you need another, one more additional security password, which is called a security token. Alright. So before we can start using data loader, we need a security token. What is security token? This is a system generated token. This is a system generated token called security token. Okay, so how do we get this token? To get this security token, you just have to go to my settings, alright, and then go to personal and go to reset my security token. The moment you click on reset my security token, it will generate a security token. The system will generate a security token and send it to your registered email ID. Alright, so I'm just generating it now. Ravi, you will receive it. Ravi, can you just check your email and send me the security token?
Yeah, I just if it's too long, I will have to copy it. Got that?
Got that. Okay. So this is how this security token looks. See? So this kind of a token is generated by Salesforce and sent it to you. So for doing data loader operations, you need a security token, okay, to be generated. and this is a one-time activity. Once you have generated this security token, you can use it again and again. So this can be used multiple times till the time you do not go and reset it again. Okay. So next time when you are using data loader, you use this security token today, and next time when you are using data loader, you can use the same security token if you have not reset it again. Okay. So till the time you don't reset it, this security token will be valid. Right. So now once you go to data loader, try to do an insert operation.
Maybe related to email ID.
Sorry.
Is it like related to the security token? Is it related to email ID? Suppose if I am using some other email ID.
No, this
So
is
can I
related to
use
your
the same security?
this is related to your user account, Salesforce
Okay,
account.
got
So we generate it from here. Okay, now it asks you for username and password, right? So username I have provided, password I gave, and I try to log in. Username is correct, Ravi?
Yeah,
Is the username correct? Okay. The password also is correct.
Yeah.
But still it throws an error. Error logging in, please check your username and password. Okay. So the reason why it is throwing error is because I have not supplied the security token. I have to give the security token here. Got it? So while logging into data loader, for data loader, in the password, you have to put the actual password plus security token. Okay, so you'll have to combine both the things and put it there. Right now I have just given the password here. I need to put the security token also here. Password, no space, nothing, just put security token. Then try to log in. Okay, so till the time you do not use security token, you cannot log in into data loader. Login completed successfully. Now once I have combined the security token with my password, it allows me to log in into this. Alright. So that's there. Now just let's go to next. Okay, and what data we want to import, in which object we just have to select, and we have to start the import process. Okay. But before we start doing the import, so we are clear with how to use a data loader, we have understood, right? So first of all, you have to have the data loader installed on the system. Secondly, you have to generate the security token. Then you can click on insert, put your login ID, password, security token, and log in into it. So logged in into the data loader. Now let's understand how the insert operation will work. So for insert operation, you have to put data in a CSV file. Okay, so CSV is a file format which you can easily convert from an Excel spreadsheet. So you have to have your data in a CSV file format. CSV is the only format which is supported by Salesforce data loader. Alright, so you cannot have the file in any other format. You have to make sure it's in CSV file format. Okay, and then log in into data loader, browse the file, map the fields, and define a location for log files. Do the import. So this is what we have to do. First of all, we'll have to have a CSV file. Then we log in into the data loader, which we are already logged in right now. Then on the data loader, you just have to browse the file, which file you want to insert. The CSV file you will browse on the data loader. Map the fields. You have to map the fields of Salesforce with the fields in the file. A file that you are trying to put, that will have a few columns, right? And Salesforce has a few fields. Now you just have to map the right columns with the fields. And then you have to define a location where you want to save the error logs and success log files, and then you can simply do the import. So this is what we have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 easy steps. Okay. So let's first of all get the CSV file ready. I think I have a dummy file. I'll use that. Okay, I have this sample file. Okay, so we do have the sample file which has like few accounts, 1, 2, 3, 4 accounts. This way you can have a lot of accounts here in this file. Now this is already in the CSV format. If your file is not in the CSV format, then you can just go to File, Save As, and put this format. See, there are 3 CSV options which you will get to see: CSV Macintosh, CSV MS-DOS, and CSV comma delimited. Make sure you are saving it in CSV comma delimited. Okay, so this should be clear. Now you just save your file in this format. Done. And then you can use this file for the import. Now I can use this file to import all these 4 accounts. So instead of 4, I could have had thousands of it. No problem. Okay, so file ready. Close the file. Go to data loader. We are trying to insert accounts, right? The data that I am trying to put, that will go into which object? Account object, right? So let me select account, browse the file, as I said, taken, go to next. What is the next thing that we have to do after browsing the file?
Mapping.
Yes. So it says your operation will contain 4 records. That's absolutely fine. The next is mapping the fields. Okay. So these are the 4 columns that are there in your file, and you have to map these columns with the Salesforce fields. So just click on create or edit a map. All right. So now if you see at the top, this section is of all Salesforce fields, what all Salesforce fields you have in the account object. Okay, and this is your CSV file, 4 columns. So what I have to do, I have to drag the Salesforce fields and put it corresponding to the Excel column, just to make sure that we are doing the right mapping. So company is called account name, or name there. Yeah, this account name is equivalent to the company here. So just drag and put it here. Fax. Account fax should come here. Phone number. You can search also. If you click on this and then you type something, let's say website, W, if you type it will show you. Okay, now I'm done with the mapping. Alright. So your actual table which is within the Salesforce can have a lot of fields, but the file that you are trying to put, that might not have all the fields. Alright. So you just have to go and map the fields which are there, and you have to make sure that all the required fields are provided. The mandatory fields, the ones which are marked in red, those are provided. Otherwise the system will not create data, it will throw error. Right. So in this account, I think company name is the only required field and there is nothing else which is required. So we are good. We have mapped the fax, phone, website as well. Now click on OK. If you feel that same kind of mapping you have to use again and again, then you can save the mapping also. Right. So if you're gonna every time you're gonna update the file or upload a file with the same kind of headers, then you can save the mapping. Okay, so saving the map will help you use it next time. Let's say you have 20-30 fields in the CSV file also, and you have done the mapping, and every time you are going to use the similar kind of a file, there you have to save mapping. Right. So let's do a save mapping. It will get saved in .sdl format, Salesforce data loader format. Okay, and you can then browse the mapping also whenever you want to use it. Okay. So not saving the map. The mapping of the fields is done. What is the next thing that we have to do? What is the next step after the mapping of the fields? Define a location for log files. Okay. Success and error logs. Which records got imported successfully, which were not imported, that log I need. Okay. So what I have to do, I just have to go and define a location where I want to save those files. So after this import process is done, Salesforce will give me two log files. One will be the success log, one will be the error log. Success log will basically have all the successful import records, and error log will have all the records which could not be imported because of the error. Got it? So this is what we have to define here. Browse a location and you define where you want to save your success and error log files. Okay, so on desktop I have something called log files. It will get stored inside that. That's absolutely fine. Finish. You have chosen to insert new records. Click yes to begin. Yes. Okay. So the operation has fully completed. There were 4 successful inserts and 0 errors. So all the records were successfully inserted into the system. You want to see the success, you can click on this and see which all records were inserted successfully. If you want to see the errors, you can click on this and see which all records had error. In this case we did not have errors, but sometimes it may happen that some records will not get imported because there is some error. Maybe the required field is missing, or maybe you have provided a wrong data type. Instead of a number you have provided a text, right? So those cases the data will not be inserted and those records will be displayed here under the error thing. Okay. So apart from this, there again, as I told you, Salesforce provides you with the success and error log files. So you must have received the success and error log files in the folder or in the location which you define. I defined it in the log files folder. See. 17th Jan, this is the error file for today. This is what I have got, and this is the success file for today. Got it? This is 17 Jan 2015. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the import thing is done. We are clear with the import part, how we are inserting the data. So we did an example with 4 records. I would want you to do an example with take 20 to 25 records copied from anywhere. Write down names of any companies, or just go to some directory and copy a few accounts and try to do an insert. That will be good. All right. Then the next thing that we are going to talk about is the export, data export. Import we are okay. Next is export of data. Export is a simple stuff. Here you don't have to have a CSV file or anything. You just have to go inside the Salesforce. You just have to click on export and find out which data you want to export. Let's say I want to export all the accounts. So I just need to go and click on export. What do you want to export? Define a location where you want to save your data. Okay. So where you want to save the file, define that location. Export will basically give a CSV format. So while you do an export, then also you will get a CSV format. So Salesforce as of now just recognizes CSV. It will accept CSV, it will give out CSV, that's it, right? So you just define a location where you want the target file to be stored. Go to next. Which all fields you want to be exported? I need account name, I need type, and then I need the city, no, not the city. I need the phone number, fax number, account number, website, industry, and annual revenue, number of employees. Okay, let's say these are the fields that I need. Okay. Do you want to put any filter on the data that you want to export? So that needs to be defined here. Let's say you just want all the accounts from a particular country, or if you want all the accounts from a particular city, so you can put that filter. Let's just give me the accounts where the billing city is equal to something. But we will not do that here because we already have very less data. So I'll just keep it like this. So a few fields I have selected and I'm going to do an export. So once you select what all fields you want and what filters you want to put here, you just can finish it. Click on finish. You have chosen to perform an export. Click yes to begin. Okay, let me just go and click on yes. Done. The operation has fully completed. There were 19 successfully extractions. Okay, so 19 records were exported. So here it is. So these are the records which got exported. Okay. Let me do the export once again. Take the ID, name, type, phone, fax, website, industry, annual revenue, number of employees. Yeah, finish. Okay. So these are the records which I have taken out from Salesforce. Clear on this? How we are doing in export? Alright. The next thing that we are gonna do is basically a delete operation. Okay. Now to do a delete operation through data loader, what you have to do? You have to supply a CSV file which contains IDs of the records to be deleted. Okay. So you have to create a CSV file which should only have the record IDs. Now, whenever a record is created on Salesforce, Salesforce provides a record ID which is a unique identifier for that record. While we have done the import, let me show it to you. While you have done the import, success file, let's look into it. See, there is a success log of the files that we inserted, of the records that we inserted. Now every record has got an ID, so this is the unique identifier of a record in Salesforce. Salesforce automatically generates it, you do not have to supply. Okay. So if I want to delete, let's say I want to delete these two records, then what I have to do, I mean this can be 2,000, 20,000, whatever, but you have to make sure before you can do a delete using data loader, you supply the record IDs to the data loader. Okay. So let's say I want to delete these two records. Then what I have to do? Create a new file, CSV file, put only the IDs. So for delete, while you're preparing a file, it should only have the IDs. That's it. Go to file, save as. And save it in CSV. So everything has to be in CSV format. So I've saved it, delete file, created and saved it. Done. Now to do the delete, you just need to go to the delete option, select account, browse the file. I just created a file, open it, go to next. It will say your operation will contain two records. Create or edit a map. So there is only one field which needs to be mapped here, so this is quite simple. Okay, ID, mapped, next, finish, yes. Okay. So these two records have been now successfully deleted. Got it? So this is how simple the delete operation will be, but to do a delete operation using data loader, you always have to have the IDs of the records which need to be deleted. So take the IDs, put it in a CSV, go to the delete option and delete it. Clear?
Yeah.
Now if we go here on our Salesforce, so the data which is deleted basically comes into the recycle bin. Okay, so in the home page you have a recycle bin. So these are the two records that I deleted. These are here, Deloitte and Dell, right? If you want, you can undelete them as well. Okay, so this would stay here for 15 days. If you want, in those 15 days you can go and undelete them as well. Or if you want, you can just empty the recycle bin, then it will be removed from the recycle bin. But let me undelete, let me restore the data. Alright, like our normal recycle bin, you have the data which you have deleted, stays here in the recycle bin for a few days, so that you can, if by mistake you have deleted something, you can always go back and restore the data.
Jeet, I have a question.
Tell me.
What is the difference between MTO recycle bin and MTO organization's recycle bin?
Empty your organization's recycle bin is an option which is available only to the administrators, okay, because we have admin rights now. So empty organization's recycle bin means you are going to clear the recycle bin for the entire organization. So no matter who is the owner of the record.
I mean all users recycle bin will be.
So your data, my data, right? So this is only for administrators. But empty your recycle bin is available to the end users because let's say I have deleted some of my data. In my recycle bin, I'll just get to see my data. I will not get to see others' data. So I can clear my recycle bin for myself only. Correct? Okay. So let me go and delete this. So we are clear on this part. I think we are good. So next what we have to work on is an update operation. So we will quickly go back and check the update thing. So update is also the similar kind of an option. Alright. In update also you have to have the record IDs, and with reference of the record ID you can perform any update. So we just extracted a file, right? So let me just open the extract file.
Please, I have a question.
Okay. We just extracted this file, right? We took an export of this file. Now if you want to make a few updates here and there, let's say for these 4 companies which we just inserted, we do not have industry. I want to go and update the industry of these records. I don't want to create new records. Yeah, here is the file. So this is my exported file, right? I have the record IDs for everything. If I want to go and update the industry for these 4 records, let's say I want to make the industry as technology.
Jeet, I have a question.
Sorry?
I have a question. So, like to delete or update, I need IDs, right? Record IDs.
Yes.
So every time I have to export and find out those IDs?
You have to have the IDs, yes. You don't have to export, but basically whenever you are creating record, whenever you are inserting, it creates a success log file for you, and that automatically gives you the IDs, right? So most of the times you will store all those success log files and everything, and you can get the IDs from there. So usually what we do is we maintain these log files also along with us. So if we have the log files and if you can find out the records from there, well and good. If you're not able to do that, then you have to do the export and get the IDs of the records which you are planning to delete and all. Correct?
But I think this process is very complicated, right? If I want to delete like 500 records, finding out these IDs, is it not very difficult?
No, why do you need to find out IDs one by one? If you have to find IDs one by one, then you would better go and delete manually. Let's say you want to delete all the records which were created before 2012. Then you just go to the data loader, do an export, and put a filter criteria wherever the created date is before 2012. That's it. So you don't have to find find IDs one by one. So if you have a condition, you can easily export the data.
Okay, export and then I have to use IDs.
Yeah, because there is no other option for bulk delete till the time we do not supply IDs, because supply ID acts as the unique identifier here. Okay.
Jeet,
We do have a lesser efficient way of deleting records, but in that you don't need IDs. But that is somewhere again you'll have to manually go and click and check and all that stuff. So that is not very efficient. Yeah.
Also, actually, while inserting data, what if I have master detail relationship for the record?
While inserting data, what if you have a master detail relationship? So inserting the child or the parent?
I'm inserting data as the child, right?
So if
by
there is not a
default, I have
parent,
to
that will
define
throw error. The parent becomes required field, right? So if you do not refer it to the parent, it will throw error, will not get inserted.
will not be inserted. Okay.
Jeet, I have something to add here.
Hmm.
Can we also use the SOQL or SQL kind of thing to select and delete the records, like where industry is this and this, or where the year inserted is before 2012, select all those records and delete. Can we use SQL for that?
Yes, we can use SQL, but you cannot write a delete operation on that data loader SQL, right? So we can use SQL, but that is something which will come a little later on. So that is how we use our programs and all. We can do that. We can use queries, but that's something which will come into a little later. Okay, maybe after a few sessions. But for your understanding, that can be done. That is doable.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do an update now. There are these 4 accounts. I want to update the industry for these 4 accounts. So what I'll do is I will, and not just industries, I also want to update the annual revenue and number of employees, and let me keep it all the same. So I'll create one more file, save it as CSV, update 17/2015. Okay, take the right file format, save it, close this file. Alright, and then come here and do an update. Accounts we want to update, browse the file. Update and insert process are almost same, there is no difference. So select the file, go to next, map the fields. Okay, so since these are all fields which have come from Salesforce only, because this was an exported data and I took all the fields from Salesforce, you can also do an auto match. So auto match will automatically, because the field names are pretty much matching, so there is no problem there. So you do an auto match, click on OK, go to next. Log files is defined, finish. Yes, I want to proceed. So 4 records have been successfully updated. So now you can see the industry, annual revenue and number of employees for these 4 records have got updated. Clear? Okay, so